I usually do an audio. Anyway, like I was saying, family, if you have not registered, so this is what you'll do. You go to your browser and type in IsraeliteJustice.org. That's IsraeliteJustice.org. And once you do that, it'll take you to this website, as you can see on the screen. And then what you want to do, family, is at the very top, click on events. So click on events. And you'll have to scroll all the way down to get the details. And basically, the event starts on November the 15th, which is this Friday. And the way we have the events scheduled, family. So November the 15th, we're going to have tours. We're going to offer tours we're partnering with Gullah Geechee Tours, the one and only Gullah Geechee Tours in Charleston, South Carolina. And this is going to be a treat, family, I'm telling you. Because if you don't know, when you go to Charleston, South Carolina, you go to the visitor center and you ask for a tour. There are many tours in the visitor center that they offer as far as, giving you a tour of the history in Charleston, South Carolina. However, when it comes to Black history, when it comes to so-called African American history, and forgive me, I'm using their terms, there's only I think the way Brother Godfrey explained it to me, there's only like 2 African American tour guides to give tours out of the 20 or so tours that are out there. So think about that, family. When you're talking about Black history, when you're learning about Black history, there's another ethnicity teaching you about your history. Just think about that, family. Shouldn't you learn from your own people when it comes to your history? This is probably why they're trying to pull history out of the public school systems. I know that they're trying to do that over in Florida and some other places. So they're trying to take African American history out of certain schools. And this is why it is very important that we teach our own people. And so big shout out to Brother Godfrey, because what they're trying to do in Charleston, South Carolina, not only are they having another ethnicity teach us about our history, they're also trying to control the curriculum of the teaching, the curriculum that's taught in the tours. So basically, they're giving the tour guides a script. They're saying, all right, well, if you're going to tell these so-called African Americans about their history, here's what you got to tell them. Stick to the script. Don't deviate from the script. And the problem is that, well, Brother Godfrey, of course, he teaches that we are the people of the book. That is the truth. We have books, many, many, many books, and there are movies out there to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are the people of the book. And Brother Godfrey is out there not only teaching that we are the people of the book, but also tying that into the history in Charleston, South Carolina. And I got a history lesson to land back on what Brother Godfrey's teaching in Charleston, South Carolina. And most High willing, we'll have a presentation of that on Sunday at the conference event. But anyway, family, like I was saying, that so what Brother Godfrey's doing, he's actually teaching the real, authentic Gullah Geechee Israelite history in Charleston, South Carolina in his tour. So he's the only one that's deviating, has courageous enough to deviate from the script. And unfortunately, by doing that, what the visitor center and the folks that are in charge of the tours, what they're doing is that they are bypassing Godfrey when it comes to offering tours. So they'll tell people that, we have all these different tours, but they will not tell them about Godfrey's tours. So definitely, family, if you're in the Charleston, South Carolina area, if you're not able to attend the event, the African Israelite Justice event this weekend, but you're able to make it to Charleston at a later date, definitely look up Gullah Geechee Tours. Check out Brother Godfrey, because I can tell you, family, I've already taken this tour along with my family and children, and you will get information on his tour that no one else is going to get you. You're not going to hear that information anywhere else. All right. Well, anyway, family, like I was saying, if you want to register, just go to IsraeliteJustice.org, click on the events tab, and it's going to take you here. And just remember to scroll all the way down to the bottom. And it's going to give you a little bit of information about the tour. Like I was saying, on that Friday, there's going to be tours offered by Gullah Geechee Tours, by Brother Godfrey's tour company. And they're going to have, there's 2 tours that are offered through this website. So the website that you're on right now, I think there's the Battery Tour and the Waterfront Tour. And I think we'll confirm that here in a moment. I'm kind of going off the top of my head. But there's 2 tours that's offered through our website. However, Gullah Geechee Tours also offers additional tours on top of those 2 tours. So he has tours both day and night. So let's say, for instance, if you're planning on coming to the convention or the summit and you get there late Friday, well, there's actually a late evening tour if you're up to it. You know, sometimes people, you might feel jet lag after you're doing all that traveling. However, if you're up to it, there are nighttime tours and there are other tours. It's just that what you'll have to do, and let me change my screen. So hopefully you can see this. I'm gonna go to Gullah Geechee, if I can spell it right, tours. So I'm going to type in Brother Godfrey's website. So this is GullahGeecheeTours.com. So this is Brother Godfrey's website. So if there are other tours in addition to the 2 tours that we offer, through our website, check out Gullah Geechee Tours. Go to tours and scroll down to all tours. Click on that. And then you will see the full catalog of tours, excuse me, that Brother Godfrey is offering, right? So these are all the tours you see, from Negroes back to Hebrews to Gullah Geechee. You definitely want to check that one out. That's the one that me and my family, I think we checked that one out. So yeah, so just make sure, like you said, if you want to book, and also if you come over here, type in We Woke 10. That's We Woke 10. All caps, to get a 10% discount on the tours on this website. So that's We Woke 10 on here. And I'll confirm that and put that in the chat. I believe it's We Woke 10. All right. So those are the tours on that Friday night, Friday, tours by the Gullah Geechee tour team, and both day and night. And then on that Saturday, which is Shabbat, what the plan is that we have reserved a space at Brittle Bank Park. Brittle Bank Park. And actually, when they go to Google Maps, I'm going to show you where Brittle Bank Park is. So it's right off of the Ashley River. And say, all right, so this is, let's do Brittle Bank Park. Here we go. All right, so Brittle Bank Park, this is where it's located. It's right off the Ashley River. Let me zoom out. So you can see it's right in Charleston, right in Charleston, right off of the Ashley River. And it's a very nice park, family. What we're going to do is that we're going to set up on, hopefully, we're going to set up, there's that serpent that Brother Godfrey's going to tell you about. There's a story behind this playground, of all things, and they have a red dragon, a red serpent in this playground, which is interesting. Anyway, but at this park, we are going to set up. We are going to have a Shabbat service, and we're going to start Shabbat service at 10 a.m. and it's going to run to, we're scheduling it to run to about noontime. And then, of course, after that, you'll have the whole day to, do whatever you want to do, whether it be, a tour. Some folks may want to just relax and go to a park. I will tell you about the park as well here in a moment. But this is the agenda for Saturday. Saturday, we have the Shabbat service and you have the tours, right? And then, of course, you'll have the rest of the day to do it yourself. You can even go to Charleston Beach or the various beaches around Charleston if you want to. So a lot to do, family. And there's also a lot of history around Charleston to check out. So that is the schedule for Shabbat for Saturday. Then on Sunday is when we have the actual conference. So on Sunday, the conference will start at 10 a.m. and it is located. Let me type it in. Is at Founders Hall. So I'll do it this way. I'll do Founders. Let's do Founders Hall. You see it here, Founders Hall. There we go. So Founders Hall, this is where it's located. It's actually located in Charlestown Landing, which is a huge park. So you see all this greenery here? This is the park, right? This is the park. And I'm going to zoom out, right? So you see Charleston here. This is Founders Hall, where the conference is going to be located. And you'll see where in the park they have an African American cemetery. I wasn't too impressed with the cemetery, family, because they don't have any headstones or markers, at least none that I could see, to mark the graves. But they just had a space that just said African American cemetery. So anyway, but that is on the park. They have a ship. You see the adventure ship, right? It's supposed to be like a commerce ship. It's not a full-fledged slave ship. It's just a how did he put it? A replica intercontinental ship or something like that. So, but if when you go there, you will be able to walk onto the ship. You will see that it has a holding area up underneath, and if like I did a quick video on that if you walk in there, family, you will get the vibes of a slave ship when you walk in on there, simply because of the holding cells or holding place up underneath the deck. But anyway, but that's the adventure ship, and of course there are cannon platforms, and there's a common house. There's a plantation, some sort of plantation structure that's out there. So a lot to do at the park. It's very peaceful. Oh, there's also a zoo at the park as well. So again, there's a lot of stuff to do. So that is co-located where the event is. So basically when you drive into the park, you get into the park, family, it's going to take you to this parking lot here. And the way the parking lot's set up is that if you exit out of the parking lot to one side, you can go in, you can enter the park, the actual big park that has all this stuff. Or if you exit on the parking lot on the other side, you'll see Founders Hall. And this is where, most high willing, this is where the event is scheduled to take place. So of course, we'll be out there directing traffic, helping folks find out, or, helping you park and all that good stuff. So we will be out there waiting for you. And just a FYI, so at the Founders Hall, so on Sunday at the event, just a high-level program. What we're going to do, family, is we are blessed to have musical artists, offer their musical talents. So his brother Aijf, Zamar, Yapa Q, brother Jay Lutch, Lorvins is going to be there, and I'm not missing anyone else, but we have a slew of artists. So we're going to come out there. We're going to start off with praise and worship, praise the Most High, and then of course, because it starts at 10 a.m., we're planning on rolling into lunch. So lunch is going to be around noontime. We're going to have food out, of course, the entire time, but food is scheduled for around noontime, and then of course we're going to start to get into the meat of our presentations and things like that. We'll have our lawyers on site giving some information. In addition to, of course, we plan on having Brother Godfrey out there. Of course, I'll be out there. We're going to give what I call a state of the union as far as, the African Israelite Justice Foundation. And we also will have seminars, such as on education, or a quick presentation on education, among other things, and history as well. If I'm going to be out there, we're going to talk about history. So it's going to be a packed full family of things, Friday, packed full agenda. So we're really looking forward to having you out there, family. We're going to have some surprises as well. So look forward to having you out there, and praise Most High. Hopefully the weather, holds up. I did check the weather. So it looks like the weather's going to be in the 70s. So, dress accordingly. It might be a little cool in the morning time, when we do the Shabbat, but it's supposed to warm up later on that day. All right. Well, said a whole lot, but that is the schedule for this weekend. And again, if you haven't gotten your tickets, definitely, family, go ahead and purchase your tickets as soon as possible so that we can make sure that we have the counts taken care of, right? And we are getting up there with our capacity. I can tell you that. That I know the numbers that you see when you go to the site, they're a little off, but we are getting up there in capacity. So go ahead and purchase your tickets ASAP, family, as soon as possible. All right. And speaking of tickets, so the tickets, once you get to the events page, just make sure you scroll all the way down. Like I said, you're going to see the tour information, battery tour, the waterfront tour. Those are the two tours that we're offering through this website. And then the Sunday event. Oh, I forgot about the Gullah Geechee meal. So it is offered by Emily Meggett's granddaughter. So Emily Meggett was a renowned cook, chef over in the Charleston area when it comes to Gullah Geechee food. You see, she got that chicken right. And so we are blessed to actually have her granddaughter provide the meal. And just a quick story, family. When I went up to Charleston, I was kind of figuring out where things were. We were trying to, trying to do logistics, trying to work out logistics and stuff like that, family. So I got hungry. So I called Brother Godfrey. I was like, brother, I was telling Brother Godfrey. Actually, we were at the, I think we were at the park, and I was asking Brother Godfrey about food. I was like, man, where's a good place for food in Charleston? So he gave me 3 places. So I told him, I was like, I want some soul food. And he was like, well, this place is good. Now this place is good, right? So, so we left. Now I went and checked out the place where Brother Godfrey instructed me to go. And let me tell you, family, I pulled in, and you could tell it was already a good place because they had a lot of foot traffic. I walked in, I looked at the food. I was like, okay, this might be good. So I went ahead and ordered, and I got back in my truck. Let me tell you, family, something's good when you take a bite and you have an involuntary, you make that involuntary sound, like, man, And that's what I did. I actually had to call Brother Godfrey back. I said, man, my brother, man, this meal is on fire. This is it. He was like, yeah. He's like, I told you they're good. He's like, but the people that we have cooking for you at the conference is better. I was like, oh my goodness. And so, of course, we made sure we had extra food, extra food, because we know how y'all are, family. I'm not talking bad about you. I do the same thing too. Y'all, we try to walk out with a plate. You know what I'm saying? We pay for a plate, but we trying to walk out with a plate. So anyway, we're just trying to make sure we have enough food, just to accommodate everybody. So, but yep, just come to here, family, and scroll all the way down to the bottom. And this is where you can purchase your tickets. Like I said, these numbers aren't necessarily accurate as far as what the tickets are available, because I think we did a miscount on the amount of seats and stuff that we can have in there. And we have, additional guests coming. So please go ahead and purchase your tickets so that we make sure that we have, space and room for everybody, not just in the venue, but also on the tour buses. That's big, because we want to make sure we have tour buses big enough for everybody. All right. Well, that's that, family. Hotels information at the bottom. And yep, just go ahead and make your plans. I look forward to seeing you guys out there. I think it's going to be a blessed event. Hallelujah.